Here's the simplest dating advice you'll ever need in your life, but most of you won't listen because you guys like to argue and complain about stupid shit that is very easy to understand. That person that has inconsistent communication with you just doesn't like you that much. That person that ghosted you isn't a bad person. They just became uninterested or found someone else. Move on, find someone else to text you. If your partner cheated on you, leave them. And if you don't leave them, which most of you won't because most of you lack standards and self-respect, shut up about it, stop hanging it over their head, and learn how to work through it together. Or else, move on. If a man does not want to pay all your bills and wants to go 50-50, that doesn't make him a bum, that doesn't make him a bad guy, that doesn't make him a little boy. He's still a man, just a man with different interests and goals in life. Go find you someone who will. There's 8 billion people in the world, I promise you can find one. That woman that wants all her bills paid doesn't make her a gold digger, doesn't make her a slut. Just go find you one that could do 50-50 with you. It's very simple. She just doesn't want what you want, and that's okay. You cannot attract the type of person you want if you are also not the person that they want. Get off the couch if you want a gym rat. Open up a fucking book if you want someone who reads books a lot. It's very simple. Men aren't shit, your standards are. You attract what you are, so maybe it's time to do some self-reflection. Most men under 30 don't have their shit together, and that's okay. Stop letting social media fill up your head with these unrealistic standards. This one is gonna ruffle some feathers. Men have it way harder in life than we do, especially when it comes to money. So stop being a 25-year-old woman wondering why this 25-year-old man can't bust his coochie open online for $10,000 a month. It just does not work that way for men. Believe people when they show you who they are, the first time. You do not get to choose or change the way someone decides to love you. You simply sit down, shut up, observe, and decide whether you want to participate in the way that they love or not. At the end of the day, we are all humans who have imperfect designs, so stop trying to find that perfect person. They don't exist, and that thing you hate about them, you probably hate about yourself. Don't take advice from married people or single people. Take advice from happy people. But even that's hard to find sometimes because most people lie to themselves about what actually makes them happy. Stop coming into relationships with a lacking mindset. You have a hard time finding the end-all be-all person because you yourself are not the end-all be-all person. So
Hello everyone, I'm Vendetta, your humble tour guide in this dimension of madness, where up is down and down is up. Let's try to make sense of this dating nonsense together. Now this woman right here is a breath of fresh air. To be so young, she totally gets it when it comes to dating. There's only 2 things that I disagree about. If a woman or a man is initially more interested in what you can provide for them above a regular lifestyle that you can't provide for yourself, also on the flip side, if you're willing to overlook any bad traits or qualities that said person might have to acquire the financial lifestyle that you cannot provide for yourself, then you are a gold digger. What I mean by this is we've all seen the gold digger videos on YouTube or TikTok where women have been acting obnoxious or been dismissive of men until they see that guy is driving a Ferrari or a Lamborghini. And then the woman's disposition changes instantly and they become interested. I'm sure that the same happens for men, but I haven't seen any videos of that. For the record, it's okay to be a gold digger if that's what you live for, but people need to come to terms that their relationship is based on finances, and in most cases, it won't take much to fall apart. The second part I disagree on is a man that is looking for a woman to go 50-50 on the bills is not a bum. This is not based on my perception of that man, but this woman's perception of him, which is important. If a man wants to live that way, then that's fine, but he needs to know one thing, that he's a beta male in that woman's eyes, and she will not respect him as much as she would respect a man who's paying 70, 80% or even more of the bills.
Let these be your rules when you start dating, ladies. Endless texting in the beginning can be very dangerous because it creates a false sense of intimacy. Texting makes you think that you know this person and that you care for this person, but that is not the real world. The real world is when you meet somebody and when you actually go on dates. So make sure to continue your life as you normally do it and keep the texting limited until you really get to know him. Don't accept any last-minute dates. If a man really likes you, he has to show it through his actions. And his actions show up in the form of organizing a nice date. If he texts you late at night and he says, "What's up? Shall I come by?"
Just a second, maybe it's just me, but who the hell wakes up in the middle of the night and texts, "What's up? Shall I come by? She kind of dated herself on that.
It's always a no. Don't sleep with him until you know that you're actually exclusive together. Tell him this: I would love to see where our connection goes, and I would like to not date any other man while I'm getting to know you better. And then you see how he reacts. And one more thing, until you establish this, please date other men, because you have to find out what your options are.
Have a nice life.
4 first date tips, girl edition. Number 1, always offer to pay. Like, do a reach at least, because if you don't offer, you're ungrateful and you're entitled to them paying for you. They should pay, but you should offer.
You ain't gonna hit no woman in my house.
What woman, sir? This here's
Number 2, asking them, so what are you looking for? I hate this question. You don't know what you're looking for until you find it. So don't ask this question. It's pointless. Number 3, don't get too drunk. I don't care how many drinks they're trying to order for you. First of all, that's a red flag, but no more than 2 drinks, and 1 if you're lightweight. It's not a good look to be sloppy. And number 4, you knew I was gonna say this, but do not sleep with them. And bonus, don't text them thank you after the date. You already thanked them on the date.
I'm too old for this shit.
This is where we now enter the alternate universe of Western woman dating. Real quick, this is a small channel, and I would really use your help by liking, subscribing, and sharing this video with others. Now back to this woman. A smart and experienced man will see through this BS in 2.2 seconds. I personally know that if a woman reaches for my check, she had better be adamant about paying for it. Don't let these women play games with you. I had a woman do that to me one time, and I allowed her to take the check. That check sat there in the middle of the table looking at both of us until I got tired of waiting, and I just went ahead and paid the bill. And I pretended like everything was wonderful between us, and then I ghosted her immediately after the date.
As a woman, you should not be laying down with a man that you can't even ask for some money. Don't just be adding to your body count. Pockets on feather, the kitty on desert. If he's not adding to your life in any way, next caller.
Are you crazy?
I think the last 2 points are self-explanatory with these last 2 women. If a woman does not thank you for anything that you've done for her, or is asking you for money, then that is a big problem. I'm not saying that you can't give a woman that you care about money, but if you guys are not in a close enough relationship that you don't know what financial problems that she's actually dealing with, then you should not just be handing over money to her just because she asked. Your relationship should be close enough that you as a man will want to take it upon yourself to help her out. God bless you all and stay safe.